Neither a race nor a rally, Camel Trophy was first and foremost an adventurous expedition. It did include an element of competition where participating teams could test their 4x4 driving and mechanical skills, endurance, courage, stamina, perseverance and resilience against the worst that nature could offer.
Hello and welcome to Reactive Terrain. On this video we are going to be demonstrating our awesome new competition that we've got coming in January 2025 and what mods we've made to the FCX 24Ms and really what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do
within the competition.
Within this competition that we're planning. Okay, so the Camel Trophy Series at Reactive Terrain 2025 is going to be listed not only on our Facebook page, so you can find us Reactive Terrain on Facebook, but also on our website, which is www.rockygoatracing.co.uk. And we're also going to be doing a load of accessory kits for them, so if you haven't already got an accessory kit and you're in the market for one, then make sure you check us out as well. Right. These look very different. That definitely looks a little different than last week, G-Dog.
Yeah, this has had a little bit of an overhaul.
All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull the camera up closer and we're going to check out what mods have been made on these vehicles. So the plan for the Camel series is to really replicate the grueling hardship of the original trophy run. And, you know, to do that, you need a lot of different elements from water, mud, heavy log systems, rocks, and this is a great place to do it. We're also going to try and replicate the kind of team spirit of the event as well. If you've never followed the Camel Trophy or kind of ever delved into some of its history, really check it out because there was... early days, there was very small amounts of teams, but as it got more and more popular, the more and more teams that happened, and really it wasn't a race, a sense. It was just get to the end, do whatever it takes, kind of help your teammates out, help another country out, just keep trying to get them going further and further into the wilderness. And they had a certain amount of time and a distance to travel, and we're going to kind of take our own spin on that and really add some fun elements. All right, so G-Dog's all ready to explain what he's done. Done to his little dumpy, the D90. So at the moment, we've got the Discovery and the Range Rover in the back, Discovery in the middle, and the little D90. We do have the D110, but it is out of action at this moment. So mods that you're allowed to do for the competition. Well, Backrazzy does a load of mods for these now. You can get links for them. You can get skids for them. Anything from them that is for the FCX 24Ms is completely fine. If you want to put all the links and everything on it, it's absolutely fine. One thing G-Dog has done is he's actually used a 1-inch brass wheels on this as well, which is absolutely fine. They don't actually stick out that far, which is great. These are quite nice. As you can see, I mean, it pushes the tire out on the halfway line, which I think is where we're going to accept kind of widening these to this point. We're going to allow a little bit. And yeah, he's obviously put this. Now, one of the rules we do stipulate is everybody has to run the stock tires. Yep, you got to run the stock tires. So if you want to put them on. So this has got the Backrazzy brass scaled wheels on it. And I'm running, obviously, stock tires on them. These come in at around about 30 grams of weight. And these are about 10 to 15 grams more heavier. And obviously, once you start putting the weight on the top with all the accessories, G-Dog's done a fantastic job just accessorizing this bad boy up. All the bells and whistles now on this one. Now, I haven't painted the accessory kit, but it just gives you an idea. You actually get a few more bits than this as well that you can put in the back. We've actually done our own dummy wheel as well, which, you know, you can spray out matte black and then paint the center the same color yellow, and it's a lot lighter than the original, and it's a little thinner, so when it's actually on the bonnet it looks a lot better and a lot more scaled than kind of trying to put a full scale one off the rig onto the bonnet. So yeah, this comes with the kit as well, along with a spare set of rails, which if you didn't have rails, you're going to need rails at this competition. Right, D-Dog, done anything else to it?
No.
Just a ton of cosmetics.
Just a ton of making it look like a proper truck.
Yeah.
As we say, I've put the rails on to protect the window screen.
Yeah, it's got the
couple of aerials, and just done the accessory kit.
Yeah. Now we were kind of looking at these, thinking, wow, these look really big compared to the originals, but actually the D90 and the D10, their actual diameter of their wheel is the same as SCX24's. However, the Discovery and the Range Rover, they use smaller wheels.
Kinky.
And these are the scaled wheels that we do. So these will also be available at rockygoatracing.co.uk. So you can grab them. These do also push the width out a little bit as well. Well, it's just at a halfway line, but this has no external arches on it. I think actually if you put these on this, I think it probably come quite close to the arch line. I've actually got a little 3D printed skid on mine as well, which I could also put in the kit, I think, as well. It fits any of them. You just have to remove the bumper. This doesn't come with a bumper, which is why I put the skid on. So that works really, really well.
Right, so in this episode, you're basically going to get a sneak preview.
That's not me.
Someone's catching pigs.
Yeah.
Always fun up the farm. Right, so in this video, we're going to give you a sneak peek of what to expect at the Camel Trophy Series at Reactive Terrain. What obstacles, how it's scored, how it's pointed, rules and regulations, and kind of what your day is going to entail. So your day at Reactive Terrain at the Camel Trophy Series is going to be split up into two halves. The morning and the afternoon.
General day, really.
General day. What's going to change? Well, the morning is going to be dry season. So there's going to be no water in the rivers. There's going to be no water coming off the waterfall. The mud's going to be relatively dry.
As much as we can dry
As much
out.
as we can. Come the afternoon, wet season.
No, the heavens open.
The heavens open. The mud's going to get really wet and really sticky. The river's going to be full. The waterfall's on. And that, as we've tested, is a huge game changer.
Especially when you're using stock tyres.
Yeah, absolute. Any tyre. It doesn't matter. We do competitions up here. We use the SCX24s. We have some of the best compound tyres you can get for these little rigs. And the moment you start getting mud, and you get sand, and you get all the good stuff clogged up around it, they won't work. Well, kind of. When you turn up to Reactive Terrain at our Camel series, there's going to be a few things you're going to need to do. Number one, make sure you pass the little scrutineering check, that everything's kind of within the regulations. Now, like I said, the only thing you have to really keep are the original tyres, which, even they are the original. You can put 1-inch wheels, you can put brass wheels on it. 1 inch is the max limit. You can't go 1.3s or anything like that. No. Your vehicle must be stocked and stacked with accessories. As much as you want to do, there is a couple of tips and tricks you can pull off if you don't want to put all the weight at the top, like this one, or like G-Dog's. If G-Dog grabs me my Range Rover, this is a lot lighter, and it's a bit of a fake because under here there's nothing underneath it. It's just a piece of plastic that I molded around boxes and crates to make it look like there's something in there, so it keeps the head height nice and light. It has got stuff packed in the back, so there's a few boxes, not that you can see because it's very dirty. This has kind of been weathered to the extreme. It's also running a set of our scaled wheels on it as well. So you are going to be wanting to kind of scale up to a good form. There will be a show and shine as well, so best scaled rig on the day as well.
Can I enter that or not?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You won't win, but you can enter it. And so when you get here on the day, you'll then be paired, well, not paired, you'll be teamed up with 2 other members who have turned up on the day. We also have got rigs available for renting for the day. So if you don't have an FCX 24M, then you can rent one. There is I think we probably got 4 to rent. Hopefully by January we might have a couple more, but at the moment we've got 4, so that does mean 4 people can have a go.
Any more than that?
Yeah, by your own. No, yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. If we get more, we'll update. But yeah, there is definitely some vehicles to hire if you want to get involved and you don't have one of these.
So the trail alone, just in the dry season, for a single person to complete takes about 40 minutes, because you're going to need logs, you're going to need rails, you're going to need your second gear. We have made sure that this trail, you have to use every single thing around you and that the truck has to offer and that we have to offer. Now, the course is made up of a trail. So there's a full trail that you have to complete. Within that trail are 4 areas of obstacles. Each obstacle has to be driven. What do I mean by that? It means that if you've attempted 3 times, you cannot just pick it up and move it on. You have to complete the trail and complete the challenge with your rig. So it has to drive it. Now, there are sections of the obstacle course wherefore you have little flags, green and red. Green means you completed that small section, and if you have to then get picked up or moved, you go back to that to complete the next section. Sounds complicated, but it really isn't that complicated. Well, it is for the likes of G-Dog with fluff and sawdust between the ears. But everyone else get it. It's very simple. Basically, what we're saying is that I've been on competitions where you attempt something 3 times and then you move forwards. At the Camel Trophy, there is no moving forwards. No. Your teammates and you have to figure out and get through the obstacle whilst driving the vehicle, towing it, putting tons of logs down, putting rails down,
pushing it,
tyres, using another vehicle to get it up there, but then you've got to get the other vehicle up there without doing it. So it's really going to be quite challenging to really think about how you're going to do this, how you're going to get by. The areas are big, but like I say, there are checkpoints, wherefore once you've reached each checkpoint and you're still continuing that obstacle area, you move to the nearest checkpoint to complete each obstacle. We're going to demonstrate that anyway. So on the day of the series, we're going to have a big kind of start point. It's going to have all our sponsors and everything on it, and you're going to come up and it's going to be a great place to take a photo opportunity. And once you've done that, your trio is on the trail. So this is dry. Well, yes, G-Dog, your hand went up like a good little boy.
We only have 2 trucks.
We do, but there's only 2 of us, and I've got. How about you drive 2?
No.
Okay, cool. So basically, we're going to be coming through the train. Now, we're not going to show you the whole course. But it will give you a good indication of what you're kind of dealing with. Now, at the moment, the river's not on, but there is puddles everywhere because we have had it on. So this is probably still classed. We're hoping it's going to be a lot drier than this for the dry season. But even these tricky...
Extra weight.
Yeah. Those wheels are kind of... These Razzias are definitely making a slight difference, because I can feel it wanting to go, but that little bit extra weight on this rig has definitely helped. I think I might just have to commit to it and go for it, but it's not. I want to try not to let it tip over. There we go. Oh, got it. So this extra weight of having onto the... And it's not a lot, you know, these printed 3D parts, I've printed them nice and light, nice and hollow. Oh, some nice side action.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, even the dumpy of its short wheelbase, but it's just...
You've got to be careful.
Yeah, really got to manipulate it. Now, one thing I noticed on this with the 1 inch, do you get a little bit more arch rub as it tucks up in that front end. Could put a bit more strain on these stock servos. Oh, there it is. Now the rock system that we're going over right now ends up super slippery once wet. It does make some really tricky traction in this section. I'm just getting hung up on all this accessories. And he's got himself in a bit of a tricky situation.
I can't. Yeah, this is the problem now, you see.
That's it. Going to break free of the rock system. It's windy now. Really windy, really tight. Okay, so as we come around to our first obstacle, this is the type of thing you're going to be dealing with. Now, we're going to make sure that the kind of water feature isn't on for a few weeks prior to the event, and this will enable some of the water that we've gone through to actually dry up. Because once you get to this section and have to try and climb up the pinch, well, having wet tires makes it super, super hard. So once you arrive at your first obstacle, once you arrive at your first obstacle, you're going to find a pile of logs and accessories to be able to use to complete the task. And not that you can see them now, but there'll be a green flag and a red flag. And that will indicate the checkpoints that have to be done each time thing. Now, this is one of the trickiest obstacles, and it is one of the first ones you're going to come up against, is that your checkpoints actually only start and finish where the entirety of the object finishes. So you'll have to start, and once you're in it, well, you've got to complete it, otherwise you've got to be picked up and put back to your checkpoint, and you've got to keep going until you eventually do it. Now, this is doable in the dumpy. Okay, so if you can do it in a D90, you can do it in anything. However, once the wet creeps in, that is when it gets tricky and these tires start to fail. So you will need a little bit of aid. But really, up round the pinch, it's a bit of a hustle, bit of a bustle, but it can be done without any aid whatsoever. Oh. As you can see, the pinch is an absolute fight to get round it. It's called the pinch for a reason. There is, especially when you're heavily got, accessories and stuff on it, it's going to cram up. You're going to get pinched in between the rock system. If you get the nice perfect line, you can get round it and you squeeze through it nicely. If you don't, you could be in the pinch for quite a while trying to battle your way through it. So we're going to do a promo video later on in the year that really we're going to get the third driver in here. We're going to show you exactly what to do. Your driver's packs will all be available. You'll have route layouts, everything like that. We'll all be leaving the kind of start line similar times. So, we're going to be stacked up waiting for people to complete obstacles. You can jump in, you can try and help them to get around quicker, to keep the time rolling. That's up to you as teams to decide whether you want to help out the team in front or not, or just stand there and let them struggle. It's up to you. Each team will be graded on their points for how long it takes them at the obstacle, and that's where the point system comes in. You're only scored at the obstacle, and it's your times that will be taken during each obstacle. So 4 obstacles, 4 times. The team with the fastest time throughout all those obstacles, well, they're the winners. Second, third, onwards and onwards. Last. How do you know? You know,
I don't.
we don't know what teams we're going to be in, who we've got, what vehicles we're going to be.
But I know they're not going to want me.
Well, you know the course. You do have the D90, which we thought was a disadvantage, but
Yeah.
I don't think it is. For this video purpose, we're going to indicate checkpoints. So we're going to be using our gate bombs, these cool little devices that are available from Reactive Terrain. And so this would be green, and this would be a red flag, and we're going to put that over here. Okay, so you've got green and red, and basically this is your finish point, and this is your start point. Or maybe you need to do it the other way around. Green, red.
Red, green. Yes. Yes, the other way round.
Concur?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go red and green.
Even though they're both orange.
Even though they're both orange. But they won't look like this anyway. They'll be all Camel Trophy style ones. And basically, this is what you've got to be able to do. You've got to be able to get each 3 vehicles through the obstacle without handling it.
Yes, I get that.
You get that?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do we mean by that? It basically means you can't pick this up if you fall over here, off here to here. You can't pick it up and put it there. You have to put it back here to continue it and to go again. So it must make this journey in one go. Now, the other team members, that's what they're for. They're here to put rails down, to put logs down, to put wheels down, to ensure that this vehicle gets from point A to point B without being manhandled.
Yes.
All right, I'd come up right up to the edge and then back yourself. You're on second gear. That's why you're all jumpy. And then back it up, back it up. That's it. And come forwards a smidge. This way, this way. Forwards, forwards, forwards. Okay, full lock so that you're backing yourself up. You're trying to get straight onto these as best as possible. It's going the wrong way now. Other way, other lock. That's it. There we go. Right. Okay, let's see if that gives you a bit of more of a straighter angle. Ooh, it moved. Okay. So now we've got. Oh, it's just gone. Counterweight's gone over. So.
Oh no! Right, I need to back up.
Hold on. I reckon I can get the log under there, and that might just bounce you over. Just that's it. Slowly. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm going to need to put something in there. So in the obstacles, you're going to have short logs and long logs and your rails and everything like that. That one's free. I might put a sand rail in here just to try and catch it.
Oh.
Okay, where are we stuck? Oh, right. Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on. I can't get anything in there. These are free. Let's use these. Okay. Oh, can you back it up a little bit more towards me? So full lock, then back it up.
Oh, sad rail got caught.
Oh, he's down.
Right.
We're back at this stage again. So G-Dog's actually are slightly better, but the problem we've got is got to do 2 bits. And
Got 2 bits at once.
okay. Oh, no. You ain't getting up that. Go. But then I got problems down here because you're now in the sand dune. So I can't get anything under there to help you out because it means...
And I've got a log, I think, stuck under the vehicle.
Have you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're definitely logged out under there. Let's see if that can... Let's put the tyre in there. Okay, see if that will go. Oh.
Just
Oh, all right, hold it there, hold it there. We'll. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rescue from that, but I'll give it a go. Hold on, hold on. I don't want you falling back down in this pile here, so I think while you're up on that ledge like that, I think I can stack
a few logs in there. So now if I back up, I should.
Okay. All right. Disco over there is being impatient. Right, hold on. Hold on.
Finally get to where I was trying to get to. And of course you are holding the camera as well. So
Yeah, that's
making
okay.
it difficult
That's all right.
for you.
Right, slowly crawl yourself up.
Yes.
Reach past the checkpoint. There we go. G-Dog has made the checkpoint.
So if that type of thing really kind of excites you like it does us, because, you know, the technical side of it for me, and I'm not even driving, I'm trying to aid the first person through, and then you got to try and make a mental note, or you got to try and stack your vehicles up close to each other. If you can get a vehicle behind another vehicle, then the front vehicle might have a bit of an advantage because you can get them up, and then they could rope and tow you, whatever you decide to do. But the moment the vehicle topples, or the moment you've got to reposition it with your hand, you've got to go back to the green marker.
That's the only truck that, it's not all three trucks, it's just the truck that turned over.
It's just, that's it. If you're the last truck and you're kind of almost there and you roll over, you've got to take your truck, you got to start again. Yeah. But, and the good thing about reactive terrain is that the lines are never, ever the same. So what worked the first time and then you fell over might not work the second time, or you'll be in a completely different position. Yeah. But I love it.
If it's wet, it's again different. If you do just have a slight bit of wet on your tyres.
Yeah, I mean, the wet season area is just going to be a mess. It's going to be so hard. I can't wait to do it. But if we showed you that, we'd put you all off.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to come.
So doing it, you know, the same way as what they would do, using logs, tyres, rails, whatever you can get your hands on to get the vehicle over that stage is exactly what our competition is all about. It's about using the elements to get you over rather than using your hands. And then obviously you can, you know, you're putting stuff underneath the rigs, they're going to move, they are little. But when what we're talking about is not physically picking it up or physically adjusting it to be able to do it. Yeah. So you've got to use the elements around you to get through each obstacle. And the zones are made up of 3 obstacles once you get out of the pinch. The pinch is just one obstacle in itself. Get around the pinch, job done. The zones that you come up to, that you've seen us kind of demonstrate, just one little area, that has 3 areas in it to complete before you head off down the trail to make your way to the next obstacle area.
So what to expect during the wet season?
250 litres being pumped onto the course down 2 river runs, drifting up through the wet track. This bit's like being at the Sea Life Centre. This is the splash zone. Rocks are now wet. The river run is about 1 inch and a bit worth of water, and the mud is wet and gooey.
So there you go. The Camel Trophy Series by Reactive Terrain is coming February the 1st, 2025. So if you are within a few hours drive of Buckinghamshire and want to try your luck at this event, then grab yourself an FCX 24M, or maybe you've already got one.
Just grab one of these and come and have some fun.
Come and have some fun. The poster is out. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us at www.rockygoatracing.co.uk. We will be publishing all the rules and regulations and application forms, because there will be a limited number of people that we can have down here at one time. Although it is a big area, we like to keep it quite comfortable and fun.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's got everything you want. It really does. It's so much fun.
It's just, you've got to really think about your teammates. This is probably going to be the biggest thing in this challenge. It's not the truck. It's how to get 3 trucks that are totally different from A to B.
From A to B, yeah.
And that, I think, is going to be the challenge. I mean, mine's dumpy, dirty, wet and horrible, and, you know, that's how it's going to end up going home.
Yeah, I mean, these things will take it. We've proven it. We've tested it. The only fault we can find with them is the on and off switch gets a little corroded or a little cooked up with dirt and will stop working. Other than that, we've had no issues with the water or the mud in this area with these rigs. So we're confident that they can take it. We wouldn't do it if they couldn't. And to be fair, visually it's going to look fantastic. And I think it's going to be a great day for team building. You know, if you've got a company and you want to do a team building exercise, then this is the way to go, because all the teams are going to have to think really hard to get themselves through. You don't have to come here with a team. We'll just pick names out of a hat and we'll give you, you know, whoever's here will be divided up into equal teams. So make sure you check our social medias for any up and coming events and dates. We basically advertise them, and then a month before we'll hit it hard and you'll be able to get rules and regulations and application forms. And really, that's it on this episode. These trucks are great, aren't they? They really are.
I can't fault them. As soon as we got them in the box, the visual look was phenomenal. Now we've managed to add more on top of it. And to be honest, I don't think the weight has made a lot of difference in the trucks.
No, we were just saying that. We've both done a few upgrades now. So, you know, they're heavy on top. We've got all the accessories. We've put heavier wheels on. But does it really make all that much of a difference? I think with the weight on top, it definitely helps with the brass down below.
Yes,
that definitely helps. But with the you know, just out of the box, you can put a couple of things on the roof rack and not do a single thing to it whatsoever. So this is why these trucks are fantastic, all round, great little rigs. So if you're new to the channel, then welcome to Reactive Terrain. If you're not, make sure you tip your waitresses and smash that subscribe button.
Hit that like button.
And the notification bell. And I'll see you next time.